What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. It is the Monday Mayhem Show. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, coming in hot today, straight off of a Monday Night Raw, another one. And then we answer the question, did Triple H make us love wrestling 3 weeks in a row? We'll find out this and more, including a Lego update from one Mad Mike. And excuse me, as I'm going to go to Mad Mike here. He is the only Mayhemmer with a future endeavor letter from the WWE, and he's right here. And I need to fix his thing. So just excuse my mouse cursor poking him in the nose. Oh, there he goes, tickling your nose.
Yeah.
Boop. Booped ya. Booped ya.
He booped my snoot. Hi, Sorg.
Hi.
Sorg, I have a Lego update.
You do?
Yeah, now this isn't like one of my typical Lego updates where I'm in the middle of something.
Yes.
You know. No, I fully finished something. And before I show you...
You could say you're a finisher.
Yes.
Okay.
Before I show you the full product, I need to show you the accessories that it came with that I had to build.
Okay.
There's an Energon axe.
Nice.
There is a very large gun.
Okay.
There is a jetpack with a familiar logo on it.
Ooh, wait, what? When did he have a jetpack?
Apparently he had a jetpack. And also a cube of Energon.
Nice.
Now, for those of you who haven't been following at home, I built Lego Optimus Prime.
Oh, it is glorious. It is so glorious, isn't it?
And Sorg, are you ready for this? All right, let's see if I can figure out how to do this real quick online. There we go. Oh no.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
It's okay.
This is a master transform. I get it.
And the head pops all the way around. And he's a robot in disguise.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it great?
It is good. I like it.
It's a really, for those of you who are Lego aficionados, it's a very fun build.
And the hand falls off just like the real one.
No, actually, all right. So you take out the hand.
Okay.
So that you can put in.
Oh, Energon Axe, just like the first episode.
Designed.
And then we never did it again.
Yep.
That was such a weird thing. Like, hey, we have these like energy axes and swords we're gonna battle in the first episode, and we're gonna ignore it for the rest of forever.
Yeah, I've been watching
years?
Old School Ninja Turtles.
I noticed in your picture. Yeah, did they? Wait, what did they do?
In the first episode of Ninja Turtles, when they fight the foot soldiers.
Yeah. The
foot soldiers have like a fan that emits hypersonic shockwaves that can destroy a brick building.
And I feel like they had that. I feel like they had that in the video game too.
Yeah. And they use a homing shuriken that they never use again.
Jeez.
Yeah. And it was pretty effective too.
We need to nerf these. We need to nerf these other characters, basically, right? Was the thought.
Basically.
So,
anyways. And by the way, Sorg, the jetpack, the aforementioned jetpack, clicks right in. Or it should anyway. I don't know why it's not clicking, but it does click right in.
Man, I love that. I come into the show with a blinding anger over some life events, and then he's just like, here's a Lego Optimus Prime to soothe your soul. Mad Mike knows exactly what I need and when I need it.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah,
that is great.
But it was a really fun build.
It is the coolest thing next to the thing that none of us can afford in the self-transforming Optimus Prime with trailer that I'm sure is like $2,000. So
yes.
There's no way I could ever justify that. Man, I don't want to be rich.
Oh, and by the way, it also has the Matrix of Leader.
Oh, jeez, no! Jeez. Listen, I don't endeavor to be obscenely rich. But it would be nice to do well enough and people give me enough sacks of money that I can buy things like Lego Optimus Prime and the fully transformable Optimus Prime, especially the fully transformable Optimus Prime. So, although I don't think I want to know what you paid for Optimus Prime Lego. So,
actually, wasn't that bad.
Really? In the scale of Legos? Also, I think I look at most of the prices of giant Lego sets that I would love to have and say, nope, that's not happening. So...
Yeah, I mean, like, all things considered, it wasn't that terrible.
All right. Hey, apologies for visuals. I see that we do have an issue with the Zoom bordering you a good bit. I presume that there was a Windows update, I think, on this computer, and I think it threw a couple things out of whack. So I'll try to look at that for tomorrow's shows. But anyways, Mike, watch some Raw tonight. Watch it. This is the first time because I had a recording yesterday. I'm gonna have to start moving my recordings away from 7 p.m. on Mondays, so I can watch Raw again. Because I'm very interested. But it was a nice night of sitting down and watching Dark Elevation, which had the wonderful team of Excalibur and Mike Menard as the commentary team tonight. So that was fun. But and then watched for the most part the entirety of Monday Night Raw. So
excellent.
And I don't think it was the excitingness that it has been in the last several weeks. But still, if this is the low show, I'm not hurting for it.
I feel like the match placements were a bit off tonight.
Definitely when we got to the end, right? And we're like, really?
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, on one hand, I get it because if you're gonna have Dexter Lumis appear again, you don't want to end Raw with the same gag. Twice.
Did Dexter appear?
Oh yeah,
I missed it.
Oh yeah, it was during the U.S. title match.
Okay. So he was. What was he in the crowd or something? Honestly, so
he jumped the rail and went after, like, tried to go after the Miz, but ended up bumping into Corey.
What? How did I miss that? What the hell was I doing tonight? Like, I was watching the show. I swear I was watching.
You were probably seething.
That is when I was transitioning from home to the studio, I bet. Because it was at the beginning of that match, and I was back and forth a little bit. Damn it! And that was a match I wanted to really sit down for, and just, like, things took me away for it. Okay, so I missed something really important. And I saw, was there a security scuffle during one of the back promos again? I saw on Twitter.
So there was some stuff happening.
Okay.
I don't even know if I caught all of it. It looked like at some point there was a garbage can on fire.
What? Is that why somebody said that tonight is going to be literally a trash fire on Twitter? But that was before the show.
Yep,
I saw that.
That's probably it. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
But it was weird, and your camera went away.
Oh, because I hit the wrong thing. That's
there we go.
This is the camera that is not on, apparently.
Oh yeah, and Tina said that his gloved hand appeared during the brawl between Theory and Dolph.
What?
So Dexter Lumis is literally stalking Raw.
As a whole, the whole show.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, as one does. As one does. Although, I kind of like that we don't know who his target is yet, if he even has one. Because, I mean, there's a lot of candidates. There's Miz for obvious reasons because it's Miz. There's Ciampa, also obvious reasons. There's the U.S. title, which sure, why not? And there's also Theory.
Yes.
Who, they have history.
They do have history. They do. There's a lot you could do with that. So, I'm excited for. I want to kind of do this kind of collectively because I told you one of the things I was kind of very interested in and want to have a conversation about. I thought it was interesting like a week ago, when Ciampa was took on Bobby, and then this week we had these packages and we're kind of, it seems like they're re-upping the importance of the U.S. title and the Intercontinental title, which is pretty fantastic because, I mean, and also very smart because now you have something that you can have regular championships and something of importance and build around your shows where it feels like it was kind of a throwaway match previously. And I know this is a problem you've had, Mike, where the champion's not there. Now we only have one champion. So now, like, you really kind of dress down the show a little bit, don't you, right?
Yeah, like if Roman isn't going to wrestle unless for pay-per-views, that's fine. That's all well and good.
Yeah.
But you need a main champion to wrestle on your show. And in the absence of our glorious tribal chief, that means Bobby and Gunther are the top wrestling champions, besides obviously the women's champions.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
But the top male wrestling champions on the show.
And honestly, I feel like the women's champions have taken a big back seat lately too.
I mean, not really. SmackDown's pretty SmackDown. The booking of Liv has been fumbled.
Oh yeah, it's been
a
rough.
lot.
It's been rough. It has not come off
The
well.
booking of, and honestly, 1 second could have made all the difference.
Oh yeah, we talked about last night the timing of that tap and the pin from SummerSlam. We talked about
that.
Last
That
week,
could have changed the entire.
But still, like
trajectory
even
of the
that,
title.
you still have like relatively the same thing with Ronda probably, and everything like that. But I don't know.
But you wouldn't have Liv being booed because she wouldn't have lost the match legitimately.
That is true. So
I think that's the big problem that a lot of people are having because realistically, Ronda should be the champion.
Yeah, you've really said you really I don't want to be harkening back on that thing where I was like, hey, Liv's not up for X in WWE's eyes. But it makes WWE agree with me by the way we're watching this unfold, right? Like you can kind of tell when they're not 100% behind a champion.
Well, WWE has had problems booking the face champions for a while.
Yes. So,
just in general, because it's harder to book a face champion, especially a face champion that's an underdog.
Yeah.
With Rey Mysterio, it's a lot easier because Rey Mysterio is very flashy. Liv is not necessarily that flashy in the rings. Liv needs a little bit of help.
Yeah, she's personality, but
yeah, personality personified. But you have to book her correctly. That's a razor edge that you have to book properly on.
No, Edge is on next week. Edge is on next week.
All right, you know what I mean, Sorg. But
and Razor Ramon isn't around anymore.
It's something that has to have a deft hand and done with the right kind of nuance, and they're failing at that right now. I think a big showing for Liv at Clash of the Castle could fix that.
Yeah.
I even wonder if they're going to put Ronda in that match and make it a triple threat.
And then Bianca is tied up with the triple threat, or I'm sorry, the six woman match that's happening. Oh, geez, I'm sorry, with the trios and everything, all my terminologies is out of whack. Yeah, that's what I mean. And I think generally, we're not having big storylines, big marquee storylines with the women right now. So they really have.
Well, we're right now they're focusing on women's tag teams, which is good.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and that's what I was getting to. That's kind of taking up a lot of the oxygen in the room for that because they are actually taking a legitimate, they've been taking a lot of care with that tournament, it feels.
And we're building up to something or to potential someone's coming back. Could
be. So we have that going on. But again, I want to go back to that original discussion I wanted to bring up. So we have the U.S. title. They were really, but they had two really good kind of marquee matches with, Bobby Lashley. But of course, it's been kind of tied into this whole Miz and Ciampa and Dexter situation that's going on over there. But I'm loving like hey, we got a first time AJ Bobby. Hey, we got Bobby and Ciampa last week, and it was some tremendous stuff. But I am very interested in the Intercontinental title picture because I've watched the last 2 weeks of SmackDown, and the lead-in, the way that they led into, he beat whatever the dude's name is now, Kaiser, I guess.
Ludwig Kaiser.
I'm sorry, I cannot keep up with these guys' names. Was it Dragunov? Was he Dragunov before?
No.
No.
That was Marcel Barthel.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the other guy from Imperium is Giovanni Vici.
I really need to reassociate my Imperium situation there. So you have that going on, and they really worked up, and this is where this stuff is. Those little things, little words that we weren't allowed to use carry so much weight now. I don't know if it's because, but it's like the thing that has been missing from WWE that I feel like we get everywhere else. I want to get to the promo with Drew in a moment and Owens, but the Intercontinental title specifically, it was we're showing Kurt and Bret and Kurt Hennig, excuse me, Bret Hart and Razor and all these guys with the IC title over the years.
I mean, Kurt held the IC title too.
Yeah, okay, he did. But when you think Intercontinental title, you think Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. You think Bret Hart. You think Shawn Michaels, Pedro Morales,
the Mountie,
Pat Patterson, the Mount. Yes, the Mountie. Actually, yes,
yeah.
The Mountie. Ray Rougeau was fucking amazing.
Saying that sarcastically.
Yeah,
I wasn't saying that sarcastically.
Ray Rougeau was fantastic. Okay, that wasn't Ray, right? Yeah, that's Ray Rougeau.
Jacques.
That was Jacques Rougeau.
Jacques Rougeau.
Ray Rougeau is the one.
Ray Rougeau eventually went to commentary.
That's right, and that's the one that Joe Dabrowski has a stack of photos with. I think they might be signed. It's him sitting in the WWF control room. But anyways, excuse me for a second. So they're talking about that, and to hear Michael Cole talking about this is the workhorse championship. Mm-hmm. This is the, how did he put it? This is the the
wrestlers,
the wrestlers championship, the match of the night, like that kind of stuff, the people that deliver night in and night out. What a fucking phrase to hear on SmackDown out of Michael Cole's mouth. That was that was shocking to me.
And it's funny because you hear that on the documentaries all the time.
Right.
Like almost every single documentary of someone who's not a main eventer, like, I wanted to win the IC title. That's the title Bret Hart had. That's the title Mr. Perfect had. That was the title that closed out the house shows. That was the title you won. That was the title Ricky Steamboat and Macho Man fought over. Like, everyone says that in all the documentaries. It's shocking that they've never really said it on TV, but that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
also there was a really good video package for Lashley and AJ Styles.
Yes. Yes, the packages. WWE is also always fantastic with the packages, obviously. But this was some it gave a big fight feel to Shinsuke Nakamura and Gunther that I feel like I have not seen with Shinsuke Nakamura except for that time he went to after the championship at WrestleMania, and we all know how that turned out. So like that. That's the most important. What have I been saying for so long, Mike? I love these guys. I am a huge fan of Shinsuke. I'm a big fan of Kevin Owens. I'm a big fan of this guy, and this guy. But, man, I don't care what they're doing on SmackDown, right? I've not been made to care about what bullshit they're involved in on SmackDown. Now I care, and I care pretty significantly. Enough that I'm literally looking at my schedule trying to figure out when I can watch SmackDown now. It won't be Friday night. It might not be Saturday morning, but it will be before this show. So, I literally watched the main event of SmackDown this afternoon. So like that has injected itself back into my life. And and then we go around to, as I brought up briefly before,
medieval times.
What?
Oh, I thought you were going to the Kevin Owens promo.
I am going to Kevin Owens promo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Owens, Drew.
He asked Drew if this was medieval times.
Okay, that wasn't the part that stuck out of my head, but
I mean, every time I go to medieval times, everyone there looks like an indie worker I've seen on some random gifs.
There is some connection. We need to get. Unfortunately, he's busy, but we need to get our investigative reporter, Matt Carlins, on the indie wrestling and medieval times connection. I feel like there's something there to be uncovered. But anyways, maybe Vice will do a special on that. I don't know. But anyways, no, it was a fire promo. It's like, Kevin Owens, for those who haven't watched, some people actually take this as a recap show. I'm sorry. I came out and says, hey, remember when I was the prize fighter and actually, I had a match that people still talk about with Sami Zayn 6 years ago and all that kind of stuff. Hey, you know what? Let's do that again. And Drew's coming out at him saying, hey, I was a chosen one 15 years ago and got fired, and worked my ass back in. And then the phrase that pays, hey, we're two wrestlers here in a wrestling ring, so let's wrestle.
Certainly better than Tribal Queef, I'll give you that.
Yes, it was. Oh, let him have it.
Oh no, I it's fine. It's just I wasn't expecting it.
And I don't know if this is, ratings are doing whatever they're doing, but I swear there are more people watching the Monday show since this reboot of Monday Night Raw. This soft reboot of Monday Night Raw post SummerSlam.
All right.
So
I have a question for you, Sorg. Now you watched all the matches tonight, right?
More or less. I really didn't watch the last one. I kind of didn't care and started setting up the show.
Fine.
So
honestly, yeah, I don't care about Ziggler. I don't care about Theory. That's still something that needs to be.
I want to care about Ziggler, but then you throw Theory in there, and it's just like, ugh, no,
No, I've.
But he's the only one through the night that I'm rolling my eyes out on a 3-hour show. That's fucking great. That's
good.
amazing. There wasn't a lot of fat on this show, Mac.
Nope. Even the Dakota Kai Dana match was good for what it was.
Yeah.
But all right. So I have a question. Does the ring sound different to you?
I didn't notice. I saw your tweet about that. I honestly didn't notice. I noticed things like I thought the microphone sound was a bit off on SmackDown this week. It sounded a little too roomy to me. Like the mix was a little off. That happens. Okay. That's the kind of stuff I notice. I did not listen enough to the ring it didn't stick out to me at least. Also, I don't know
if the ring is mic'd differently or what, but when people get thrown into that ring post, it sounds different now. When people get thrown hard into turnbuckles, it sounded different. It even sounded different into the pad.
So you
which that when I heard the sound of someone getting thrown into the pad, I'm like, okay, something is up. It can't just be me.
So somebody's new setting it up, or you got an audio engineer that's trying to tweak things a little bit, right? So
I wonder if it's trying to make it more realistic sounding.
That could be too. I think the presentation looked darker a little bit to him, says Brandon. I didn't notice.
I don't know. I don't think the guys from Game of Thrones took over.
No. Or whatever was wrong with the Impact pay-per-view for the first half of the show, where every video they played was dark, and I thought my TV was going. So then I get the match and it's fine. I was like, what the hell's going on here, guys? You got a rough cable there. Sorry, I don't identify things that are wrong with pay-per-views and wrestling productions to rag on the productions. I'm more kind of I'm sensitive to them now because I've done a lot of this lately. So I more feel for them at this point. I'm like, oh, you're having a rough night, man. I want to help them. I really do just want to be like tag me in, bro. But anyways. But a side note, if you have Impact Plus, throw the $5 at it on YouTube a month or whatever. It's good Impact. A quick aside, Mike, I think you would like Mia Yim and Jordan Grace just on paper
I'm
alone.
sure.
There's a countdown show that I think is free. That is Chelsea and Deanna for the women's titles with Taya and Rosemary. There's some good stuff with Sammy and Cutler, I believe his name is. I can't remember. Steve Cutler.
No.
Steve
Cutler was his WWE name.
Okay, so I'm not entirely wrong.
Macklin,
thank you. Wow, I can't remember. I can't believe I remembered his WWE name because he's somebody
I can't remember it. I remember his Impact name.
You know what? Put the two of us together. We're like the greatest Impact fan. Mm-hmm. We're one Impact fan between us.
Hey, I've been to a pay-per-view of theirs recently.
You've been to a pay-per-view? And I produced one of their pay-per-views this year. So,
yeah,
I mean, between the two of us, I'd say we're some pretty good supporters.
It's Dutch door action. It's fine.
Yes. Anyways, casually throwing it into the universe that he wants to work with Impact. I loved working with Impact. Again. I would love to work with any televised wrestling company.
Sorg doesn't like rank amateurs.
Don't get me started on rank amateurs tonight, okay?
I love that one.
Because
Beyond Return of the Joker.
No. I just love, you know me, man. I just love working around this shit, and I'm not, I don't really have. What did I just tell? I just told my wife today because I've had a really good conversation about some future work coming up, and I just said like I have no goals except for more of my life works in wrestling and not the like the majority of my clientele is wrestling and it can and would hopefully pay the bills to keep doing what we're doing. That's it. That's all I want. That's literally it. Professionally, it is all I want out of life is to just be producing professional wrestling and be able to make a house payment. That's it. I have no semblance to be rich enough to afford the fully automated Optimus Prime toy that's like $3,000 or whatever. It's going to get more every time I bring it up.
$15,000.
Yes, the $15,000 Optimus Prime that I can drive to work in. No, it'd be more than that. That's not even enough for a regular truck. So, and my buddy owns one. So, what the fuck are we talking about? NXT?
I don't know.
No. Where did I get Impact? Rollback. Wrestlers in a wrestling ring. Let's wrestle. That's where we're at. Drew McIntyre and continue.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go off on that. No, I mean,
no, bring me back, Mike.
It's Kevin. Oh,
before I start talking about the $25,000 Optimus Prime again.
Hold on. We can't mention Kevin Owens without mentioning the update.
The update
on what he did last week.
Does it involve pandas?
No. Wait, did you not see this?
Maybe I did. I don't know.
Wait.
Mike,
I'm talking about what happened to Ezekiel.
I consume a lot of content.
Same.
Okay.
Did you see the update on Ezekiel?
Oh, when the whole family's around the bed?
And we heard from oh God, what's his name? We heard from the dad.
Mm-hmm.
What was his name? Elvin Sr.?
Ernie
Jr.
All I can say is
Ernie Jr., Ezekiel's dad.
I attended Elias family function like ages ago and I don't. It's been a while, but we all know how I just couldn't remember somebody's name from Impact I saw 2 days ago. So I'm just saying. I mean, I don't remember these people, but I mean, sure.
Hey,
okay.
Sorg, maybe he had a secret family.
A secret family living in Penn Hills, right? I mean,
we're not one to judge.
No, no judgment.
I
no
will
judgment.
Say, I will say
curious.
They're all like they showed a family photo of everyone.
Ernie
surrounding Zeke's bed.
Ernie was the father.
Yes, I said Ernie.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Ernie Jr. Ernie Jr. said he was going to give Kevin Owens a piece of his mind.
Oh my God. He did.
So I don't know.
I'm just visualizing.
What Ernie Jr.'s
Are
profession
you
was.
visualizing this entire segment in your head like I am?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I sure am. Sorg, I will say everyone in the family photo was strikingly handsome.
Oh, incredibly.
And you can definitely see a resemblance.
Absolutely. Like it runs
even the young child.
It runs all down the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
It felt very Marty McFly to me, and I'm okay with it.
It ran all down the tree. They chopped down that tree and made his guitar out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Elias, I mean, not the other ones.
And Sorg, we saw Elrod.
We did see Elrod.
We saw our first glimpse of Elrod.
Elrod has been revealed.
I
gotta say, and this
we didn't get.
This is all respect to Bobby Lashley and his sisters.
Mm-hmm, of course.
I think you get all sisters. But
yes.
Elias's family is a much more, as a whole, attractive family than Bobby Lashley's.
Sorg, I'm going to say this. Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Damn it. Yeah, I saw that phrase going around, too.
We didn't catch the mother's name. I'm assuming it's Elmira.
Matt Carlin says, pump the Elias family tree lore into my veins.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I need to
Matt, get back
everything.
to work. We know you got a night job now.
I want to know everything about their family.
There you go. That's where our investigative journalist comes in. I hope he was listening when we talked about the investigation we were going to. What was the investigation we were going to do? I can't remember now.
Christ, I don't really... Oh, medieval times.
Medieval times and indie wrestlers. Yes, there's a connection.
Yes. There's got to be.
Investigate.
Figure it out.
I don't know why. It's like
figure it out, nerd.
I feel like that's like when you're a comedian and make me laugh funny, man, when you run into him. That's what I'm
Matt
like.
says Ernie Sr. is out there somewhere. If Ernie Sr. is a wrestler, I propose Ernie Sr. versus Ric Flair in Ric Flair's last match too.
Hey, shout out to Jordy. I see
last man standing.
I see Jordy in the chat room. I hope to see you. I will be attending Revenge Pro on Saturday. It is Press Your Luck, which means some randomness, including Bill Collier defending the championship.
Is anyone dressing up as a whammy?
As a whammy? I do not. I am unaware of this. I don't know if it's in the indie wrestling budget for a whammy suit. But yeah, I mean, as it is, they have to have these big screens so we can see the whammy roll.
Mm-hmm.
It is like the whammy thing too, like the graphic. Yeah. Like go check the videos on our YouTube page. We have I think. Wait, I don't know if we posted. Check Revenge Pro. I'm sure they used a clip. Because they did a little bit of it, the whammy kind of thing. I don't know. It was like 3 months ago. I can't remember the sound.
Big money, big money, big money, no whammy.
Yeah, big money. I hope somebody just goes big money, no whammy, and like going out to it. But anyways. Yes, hopefully Johnny will book me. But what was I getting into? And side note, I'll also be at AIW. Just purchased the tickets today. I will be there for night 1 of the JT Lightning tournament. Mike, I'd love to tell you a couple of these matches here before we end. And I need to talk about Wrestlelab too momentarily too. I intended on Friday. Back to Raw.
Yes.
So the Elias family tree is perfect. Yeah,
perfect.
that's right.
Just when I thought that this man was being written off, somehow they've pulled me back in and they've made it better. I don't know how they did it, but my word, that family picture. Like someone said on Twitter that it looks like a pop punk band from the '90s album cover. And if Blink-182 did this exact picture, it wouldn't shock me at all.
Absolutely,
that's lovely.
Absolutely. Anyways, fuck. Anything else? I think that's Raw in a nutshell. I can't. What else sticks out from tonight?
Nothing really.
Yeah.
Nothing really. We had
Judgment Day came out.
Asuka and Alexa move on in the tag team title tournament.
Beat Nikki and Dewdrop. So.
Yep, which was expected.
Yeah, I mean the foreshadowing of their car wreck last week. So. Yeah, which still nobody's talked about. I don't know.
I assumed it was Dexter Lumis.
I'm right. I would suppose.
That's what I would assume, but
I don't know. I really hope there is something, like I don't, and it could go either way. I mean, it could go GTV where it just kind of happened and we walk away from it, and but
GTV? You mean Gargano TV?
I'm doing a video thing right now, so sorry.
Yeah,
that was a pause. That's dramatic pause for you guys on audio. Yeah. So, anyways,
imagine if we do have GTV come back and like just for the briefest of glimpses, you see the Johnny Gargano winky face as it cuts out.
Man, this turns into a big this is like a big crazy return after the copyright. All right, so holy shit, there's a new one. So Mike, I'm going to the JT Lightning tournament. This is a big tournament, 2-day tournament that they're having AIW up in Cleveland. I believe it's at the Odeon. I hope that's where I'm going. And they just announced this one, and let me see if I can. Hold on, I might have this here. I don't have the. Yeah, I do have the graphic up. Mike, here's a graphic for you. How about Jack Evans and Drago?
That brings me back.
That does bring you back.
That just brings me back.
Yes, it does.
That makes me feel all warm and fuzzy in my belly.
Ernest the Cat Miller is going to be in I believe in the tournament.
Okay.
There's some, and I know not everybody knows.
Has someone alerted his maternal parental? Preferably by telephone.
I was trying to remember his catchphrase when somebody was talking about him being on the show.
He had a catchphrase?
Right. Right. Puts on Fozzie Bear press badge hat in the chat. Thank you. Jackson Stone
That's
Kaplan.
Gonna find some shit out.
I'm sorry. There's a lot of matches in here I'm excited about, but I'm trying to find ones that you would be excited about. Eric Dalton Castle and Colin Delaney.
That sounds fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun. And you haven't seen Colin for a while, have you?
I have not.
Colin is
the last time I saw Colin Delaney was on ECW.
Oh my God, Colin's awesome. He's actually joined us
I'm
on the
sure
show before. But anyways, that's all the big names. I think you would be. Oh, Eric Young will be there against somebody named another guy named Eric.
Friend of the show, Eric.
Yeah.
Young.
Friend of the show, Eric Young, against Eric Taylor. I don't know who that is. I don't think. But as when I showed this to Missy, she said, "Oh, good. They're going to fight over who gets to keep the name Eric."
I mean, I would think Eric Young has dibs, just strictly based on seniority. But
right. Oh, they do have a match for Ernest the Cat Miller and somebody named Casey Carrington. I'm assuming these are younger guys with AIW for things. So. Looking forward to that. I have not been to an AIW show since December 2019 in the same venue at the Odeon down in the Flats. And the big kicker, Missy got me tickets because ICP was going to be there, and I hadn't. And I think that was like the first year I missed the gathering for a bit. So, and then I haven't gone back for reasons. But
well, to be fair, the world shut down.
The world did shut down, and I'm still not ready for
entirely comfortable being in Cleveland. I get it.
Well, there's well, there's that whole situation too. Yeah, that's kind of a thing. And I don't even know what matches are. I'm working a show when I haven't looked at any of the match card going on. I say Bill Collier Puff is one thing, and they're just doing talent announcements. Because of the Press Your Luck situation. So, like, Megan Myers is going to be Jackson Argos, Xander Gabriel, all people have been on the show before. So it's going to be a really kind of wild kind of don't know what's going to happen all night kind of situation. So I'm looking forward to that. Those are always fun shows. Fun randomness going on. So yeah. Last man standing match, world title match, Puff and Collier, like I mentioned. And then I wanted to talk about briefly the first show in MV Young's, I believe it's the 2T2 Academy is what they're calling it. MV and our friend Gannon Jones Jr. from the main event are the head trainers down there. I've been seeing a lot of media. I think they've officially opened this past Monday, if not the Monday before. Really cool to be in the facility. I was there before they put the ring in and started doing work on it around that barbecue show that happened last month. Last month. Ugh, the PTSD from that show. The weather, not the show. But anyways, no, very fun show. Got to see Facade and Danny teaming up again. I think Facade did some of the murals in the venue. Big match with Elo O'Neill and MV Young, and this is out, so it's public. I know the show is going to come up soon, I believe, on IWTV. Mike, did you see the tweet about MV Young and the Young fan from earlier this week? What's going on?
Matt has already been investigating.
Oh no!
Pat McAfee just dropped a tweet. I haven't seen old Ernie Jr. since I left for college.
Wait, what?
This family has kicked so many asses in the day. I mean, all of the asses got kicked when they were around, just kicking asses all day. Kevin Owens is not going to like that EJ has now officially gotten involved.
I love Pat McAfee is dropping the Ernie Jr. lore right now. Yep. Fantastic.
This has potential to be amazing.
There's a lot of potential to be amazing, yes.
So someone's looking to outdo Mick Foley. Eventually.
Wait for the Royal Rumble. Wait for the Royal Rumble.
Eventually, we will get to a Rumble with 5 Samson. One every 6 entrants.
One every 6. Yeah, at this rate, it was like, well, we let a lot of the roster go. Don't worry, we got a whole family we can call up. Oh boy, boy. Anyways, as I was trying to segue into, and now that is all.
Sorry,
busted.
I
know.
Matt threw that in there. I had to.
I know.
You know, we asked him to do some sleuthing.
You got excited. What the fuck? Malachi Black versus Kid Bandit? The fuck?
Yeah, I heard about that.
The fuck? How did I not see this in my feed? Oh my god.
That's gonna be real weird.
Taya Valkyrie and Dark Sheik, Maki Ito and Sandra Moon, Trisha Dora and Mio Yamashita. Oh my gosh, I need to get to Portland. Like, apparently, I'm busy that day. Here's the thing I was looking for, guys. So MV, this young fan, you know, he's fighting. He's got the Wrestlelab Championship, and I feel like this is a thing where a match ends on the sidewalk in front of the venue, because the same thing happened at the Polyam Cult party that we did in Brooklyn last year, July, and this kind of came out the same way. MV's in a hold and taps at the feet of this young fan. That, by the way, these kids were just loving the show all night, and the biggest thing was, like, the kid immediately started crying when MV lost. Aww. Immediately started crying, and they see the father in the picture there, and I had to retweet and share, like, my perspective of what I saw happen. I just saw the kid, like, the father is like, takes the kid, is trying to console him, and he says, hold on, brother. It's like baseball, son. Sometimes you just strike out. It was the most touching and heart-wrenching and, oh my God, wrestling is amazing moment. And MV mentions on the tweet tonight, I had to promise this boy that I will win next time because he was so distraught that I lost. So that was something special that came from that show. It's a great show. It's scientific. I think it's Scientific Tendencies is what it's called. A lot of old Chikara talent. I'm literally watching the match and I'm like, I know this guy, and realize he was somebody in a mask in Chikara. So, like those kinds of things. Riz, I needed a Riz Chikara directory to help me through some of the show. Our friend of the show, Big Game Leroy, had his Nintendo Switch stolen by this other guy that I didn't catch all their names. Andrew Palace was on the show. Kitty Arquette was on the show. So it was a really good up there in New Kensington, which is not a place that I'm aware of has had a lot of wrestling. So it's really cool to see that, and a really cool thing with what's happened with the barbecue show up there. And now this is you're seeing a lot of the community come out and in New Ken, and it sounds like it's a community that doesn't have a lot going on. Community wise, I mean, obviously they're getting a lot of really cool like breweries, and they had like there's these really cool spots there. But it's one of those classic steel towns where it's like, okay, there's a cool thing here, there's a cool thing here, there's a brewery here, there's a I'm sorry, what's the word? Taqueria. I just started on Spanish lessons today.
Taqueria.
Thank you, Taqueria. I just started Spanish lessons today on Duolingo, by the way. Like you have that, but then there's like 10 storefronts empty in a row. So, so it's one of those kinds of things. I'm literally driving through I've driven through there like 3 times now in the last month, and I'm just like, and just noticing all the crazy storefronts. And I'm like, I would have loved to see this place when it was bustling, because it was looks like it was a fucking like giant burg where that for as many storefronts that were in and the variety of things that looked like used to be there, right? But it's one of those classic like, oh, New Ken, that's where like a bunch of bad shit happens because it's so depressed, but it's good to see that there's some positivity coming to a town like that, and to see guys like MV and the crew out there with his school doing a lot of Prestige Wrestling in Pomona, California. Oh, I thought that was Portland. It starts with the P and it's on the West Coast. Close, right? Anyways, so there's that. But yeah, no, good stuff happening there. Look out for that. I believe it'll be on IWTV. Our buddy Nick P-Samp, you know him as a lot of us here on the show, was filming it. It was fun to watch him run around, do that, and watch his techniques and stuff. So I'm very interested to see how the show comes out when it gets published here in the next days or weeks, I think it is. So, but yeah, I do believe Wrestlelab is an IWT thing. Well, follow Wrestlelab on Twitter and stuff. They'll have some news about it. So, well, it's good night, some good wrestling. We talked about the wrestling this next week. Oh, Mike, I have to introduce you to somebody.
Oh, okay.
And the trick to it is, he's been here the whole time.
Elrod?
No. But I would like to introduce you to Edward.
Oh, okay.
This is Edward. He is our new co-host on the show.
Okay.
He is a goat. Rosa can't tell.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
When Wicket met him, he sniffed his butt.
Uh-huh.
This is are you aware of a wrestler named Bobby Orlando?
I am not.
Bobby Orlando comes out with a big goat.
Okay.
Big. This is a Bobby Jr. Quote unquote.
I thought his name was Edward.
Well, yes, we renamed him Edward. They were all Bobby Jr., so it got really confusing. So we renamed him Edward.
Fair enough. Okay.
Mike, Bobby. We call him a different last name. Was teaming with Sazzy Boatwright, with Facade, and another pair that escapes me. Oh, one was named Pancakes. Pancakes, and I think the girl's name was Amy. Amy something. I'm sorry, it escapes me at the moment. But Mike, they tagged the goat in this match, and
Okay.
And that's when I knew. Actually, Missy made me bought him. I first encountered Bobby Orlando the first time I was with Pro Wrestling Conquest, and I had to shoot from my corner around a goat. So there's some, and of course I got to have fun. So you got some good like goat perspective shots.
Of
going
course.
on. Like I'm mimicking right now if you're on video. So a lot of shots look like that. So if you see that, I believe it's Pro Wrestling Conquest 4. You'll see some of that activity. So it was great to see Bobby again. He looks great. Was a lot of fun. He's one of those, and I love, I've always talked about, like, there's a promotion where I talked about where you could tell when the main event wasn't there because the energy was not at the level. And there's, like, certain people, and I feel like the Joey Sinceri and the Great Success Group were that kind of energy. Like, there's a certain wrestler or a group of wrestlers that bring the energy somehow, even though they only have one match through the night, through the rest of the night through the venue. And Bobby Orlando is definitely one of them. Thankfully for this promotion, they have several Bobby Orlandos, I think, in the long run. But Bobby was definitely the loudest of them, probably. But no, a lot of fun there. Trish Stratus is working live shows this weekend for WWE. Really, Brandon says.
She might not be wrestling. She might just be appearing because they're going to Canada.
That makes sense. Matt Carlin says the Yinzer stable will run WWE very soon between Pat McAfee, Corey Graves, and the entire Sampson family. I get that. I get that for sure. Hey, we also got Sheeman walking wild in there too, so don't forget him. I know he's busy being an Italian mafia now or something, but whatever.
Well, who knows? Tomorrow night that may all come to an end.
Really? Tell me more.
Yeah, on NXT 2.0, it's Heat Wave.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a Heat Wave.
Wait a minute, isn't that an old DCW pay-per-view?
It sure is.
Okay.
There's a no DQ match, I believe, between Santos Escobar and Tony D, the Don of NXT.
Mm-hmm.
And if Santos wins, Legado is free from the D'Angelo family.
Mm-hmm.
If Tony D wins, Santos has to leave NXT.
Man, just like I remember all those mob movies of a wrestling match for ownership of the family.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, I could see it going either way.
A loser leaves town
So
match.
Loser leaves town. You don't come here no more.
Mike, I'm going to do an early what I learned from wrestling this week.
Okay.
I learned about the geography of Garden City, Long Island, versus Red Hook, Brooklyn today.
I could have told you.
I know you could have educated me on this, but I heard from Taz as RJ City awkwardly interviewed him this week. It was a very good interview. It was one of the most wonderfully awkward. Taz did not sit down the entire time. He refused to.
Taz tried to throw a wrench in the whole format.
Yes, he did.
But my favorite parts was when Taz had to laugh in spite of himself. My favorite parts. And he owned up to it. He's like, I wasn't gonna put you over, but that was pretty good.
when Taz is trying so fucking hard to be a hard ass, and then it seeps out. I
love that even Taz admits he would not be able to afford the Red Hook Center of Brooklyn, New York anymore.
Yes.
Because honestly, that's fucking true.
I love when he was like, listen, if I got to push at that other company, Garden City would be where I live right now. Anyways, I love he's talking about living in Red Hook, and I think he does still live in Red Hook, but it's been gentrified or whatever they're talking about. But he's like, yeah, no, I still live there. It's actually kind of nice, and I don't want to live in the scary parts anymore. So I'm like, man, killing your gimmick, bro. Anyways, because we don't know what Red Hook's like now, But,
no, I do.
I mean, you do, but not our friends on the West Coast and Pittsburgh and Kansas City. No.
I still want to know how Hook got his name, if not because of Red Hook.
What's that?
I still want to know how Hook got his name.
Yeah, they didn't really answer that. They didn't get around to it.
Nope. They just left that one floating.
I love that little nugget in there. I love that little nugget. I dig it. It'll come out later. Maybe they'll get hooked on.
No, it won't. I don't think it will.
No?
I don't think it'll ever
Let it be
come
a
out.
mystery, just like Imagine Dragons?
And Evolution.
What?
Evolution is a mystery.
Damn it. I walked right into that one.
You really did.
I walked blind into that one.
You really did.
Mike, I've had a day. I visited a skeleton today. Turns out it's 2 blocks from here.
Oh, okay.
His name is Pelvis Costello. He's on Instagram. Pelvis_. Costello_Scully.
Oh boy. Okay.
And today he had a sign that says welcoming you to Flavortown.
How can he welcome someone to Flavortown when he doesn't have taste buds?
Okay, what's that?
He doesn't have taste buds. He's a skeleton.
Well, he's welcoming you to Flavortown for you. It would be a selfless act for the skeleton to invite you to Flavortown. I think that's more interesting.
I guess. I think he may also want to consult Guy Fieri because I'm pretty sure he has that trademark.
There you go. He has a flamingo and other little skellies, and he's very supportive with his flag dressy thing. It's not a skirt per se. I don't know what you would call that. But
neither do I.
Wait, did I tag him? Yeah, I did tag him. He's got a whole Instagram situation over here. So,
Oh boy. Oh wow.
Oh good, the Brick Body Kids. Everybody Thrifty Podcast. They were involved in that too. I did get to see Toddy this weekend too. He was at the show. So it's just like it's like happy birthday messages and stuff.
And
Anyways,
Sorg.
yes.
Sorg. 2 quick things before we sign off.
You should probably do that soon.
She-Hulk is this week.
Yes! I thought it was last week. I got sad, but then I found the Groot videos.
It is this week.
Mm-hmm.
The Groot videos are adorable.
Yes, I have like 1 or 2 left maybe to watch. Probably 1 left. I don't know.
But also, Sorg, I watched a movie featuring young Jonathan Cena.
Oh?
I watched Vacation Friends on Hulu.
Oh, I've been wanting to see
this?
that. No, but I want to. I don't think I've seen it.
It is lovely.
Mm-hmm.
It's very funny. It's hilarious.
Is it a Judd Apatow?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I can double check right now, but I don't think it is because I don't think Judd Apatow does Hulu movies.
He does Netflix
be wrong.
movies. He does Netflix movies.
Yeah, I could be mistaken on
Yeah.
that. No, it is done by Clay Tarver.
Okay.
Clay Tarver, known for working on Silicon Valley.
Oh, good pedigree there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was really funny. John Cena is a very good comedic actor.
Oh yes.
And
come on.
and he was with Low Rev Howard from Get Out.
Mm-hmm. I still need to watch Get Out.
Very funny.
I still need to watch Get Out. That's like the only. I think that's the only appeal movie I haven't watched. Like of the main ones. I did watch Us.
Oh my God! You have to watch Get Out. It's his best movie.
I'm if I'm like really jonesing for him, I'm about to buy it because it's never on any service whenever I look. So.
Really?
Yeah, not that I've seen. If you find it, let me know. I mean, if it's on like Stars or something, I'm not fucking getting Stars. I might as well buy it. But like, it's not like on Hulu anytime I watch it. It is now, and I just don't know it yet. So I did okay. So we're doing this section of the show. I watched Bullet Train. Did you see it? Did you see it?
Film.
What a fucking film! Oh my!
Film,
Holy shit! That's a film. It's frantic. It has a little bit of that Pulp Fiction-iness to it, but a little bit of the it's crack, dude. It really is.
Sorg, you know what I
and by the way, before you get to that, and a pinch of Clerks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I would not have been surprised about halfway through the movie? If Brad Pitt took off his wig and he revealed that he was Sterling Archer.
Seriously.
Wouldn't have surprised me in the least and would have fit perfectly in the movie.
So fun. Fun.
Like if you like Archer and you like Deadpool, you'll like this movie. Yeah,
it is that. It's kind of a spy thing. It's all on the train. It's goofy. It's weird. It's the stuff they follow is incredible. And the cameos are interesting. You know, there's like one of those movies when people pop up and you're like, that fucking guy.
It's also done by the person who did Deadpool 2.
Which makes so much sense. which makes so much sense.
Yep.
On a lot of actually casting, that makes a lot of sense now too. Now that I think about it. I
sure does.
Like I knew that, then I forgot about it, then I knew that again. Just like I knew,
because even Brad Pitt was in Deadpool too.
Right. Well, it's like Missy completely forgot, and this is no spoiler because it's in the promos. Like completely forgot Sandra Bullock was in it, and then I remembered it was Sandra Bullock was the voice when I saw somebody else from another movie that she had done recently. Because it was just like, why is the entire cast from this movie that came out in March also in this movie? So, which I did watch that other movie. I think you know the one I'm talking about.
Which one? The Lost City?
Yeah, with Tatum Bullock and
I didn't like that one.
It was fine. It was goofy and stupid. It's
Channing Tatum wasn't Bullet Train.
Damn it! I was trying not to spoil that.
It doesn't matter.
What?
I'm not saying who he is.
How many times? I feel like when he cameos in a movie, he's kind of the same character.
Oh,
I swear I've seen other movies where he's like that kind of character, and I'm not going to spoil, but you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, this isn't about you guys out there in internet land. This just become me and Mike now.
Just go see Bullet Train.
Hold on, let's
Bullet
have a
Train's
private.
very
Just
good.
let us have this private conversation on Facebook here. No, that was very good, and I have watched all but the last 2 episodes of Stranger Things.
I have not caught up on that at all.
Well, I have so much I want to watch because I need to finish. I'm about halfway through the last season of Umbrella Academy, and I really want to watch Sandman. So bad.
I'm woefully behind.
I'm hearing
everything.
such good things about Sandman. I am stepping through things. I discovered Solar Opposites a few weeks ago. I finished Man for All Mankind, which was incredible. I got the last episode of Westworld hanging out there. I need to watch probably on the treadmill if it's raining tomorrow. That's. Ooh, Stranger Things. Stranger Things. I know why you guys were playing Running Up the Hill, and now I can't stop. You'll know by episode 4, Mike.
Oh no, I think I know what the deal is, like, because I've seen enough GIFs and.
Thankfully, I missed
stuff.
whatever.
Yeah.
You know, you see stuff and it doesn't compute because you're not in the hive mind of having watched it with people, but then like you watch it and be like, this is the thing they were talking about 2 months ago, you know, like that kind of thing.
And by the by, every episode of She-Hulk has a stinger.
Confirmed?
I read that online.
Okay, interesting, because I kept waiting out for the end of Miss Marvel to be like, no, okay, no, okay. They did like twice.
They did a post-credits thing in Miss Marvel.
They did, but not like every episode.
Oh no.
Because we were trained. We're like, all right.
They only did it for a couple.
Yeah, hang out that entire sequence in case something, because the sequence changed too episode to episode depending on where they were in the world, and you're going through. And plus, I just like the artwork and the music because the music changed too. And then you're just hanging out until you see.
It's Triple H.
Until you see.
You wait.
Yeah, you wait through the credits, and then when you see the Made in Georgia, you know you're free and clear. Because everything's made in Georgia. All these shows.
Georgia.
Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, exactly. I love when that pops up at the end of like a Raw episode when they happen to be in Atlanta.
They have to put that in.
I know they do. I am curious now because an associate of mine did, I think it was a GCW show at Center Stage. And I'm very curious if he had to put the Made in Georgia at the end of it.
I think you only do it if you're getting the tax break.
Tax break and unions probably, with which they probably did none of this. So I've been very close to having to do. I was told I was supposed to do a wrestling show with union videographers, and I'm like, "Are you sure about this?" And thankfully they rescinded that at like a week out, which is like, great. Now I have to book people that don't fucking live here. Thank you for that. A week out. Thank you for that.
Jesus.
I'm never going back to that place. Closed down. The venue, not the company that I'm aware of. Anyways, that's enough. Separate Ways. Is that a show or an episode or a song?
I think so.
You have all those?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on anymore. I need to get out of here, sir.
We did it all, Sorg.
We did it all. We did all the things. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow. Zeke Mercer will be joining us. He'll be talking about his trip up to New Hampshire
that fucking guy.
for a wrestling show. Mad Mike will be painfully aware of how old he is, and that Zeke has not probably watched Blazing Saddles by now.
Well, no, I told Zeke to start a Twitch channel where he watches all the movies that myself.
Yeah, but that's a copyright issue. I mean, and you're aware of copyright issues.
Well, he doesn't have to stream them. He just has to watch them and comment on them.
This is true. He's a busy guy. He gets booked a lot.
Besides, only idiots stream things online that belong to someone else. Only idiots do that, Sorg.
Yes.
Only idiots do that.
Yes. You haven't bought any Blue Chew yet, have you?
No,
Okay.
I haven't.
All right. Just checking. Just making sure you're okay. Because we're just having a private conversation and nobody else is listening right now.
No one listens this far.
No, not this far into the show. So
once we get into nerd shit, they're like, they're done with wrestling.
Actually, no. As soon as we started talking about Bullet Train, I watched the numbers go whoop. So this literally is just for you, me, and probably Tina. So
Tina, go see Bullet Train.
Yeah, go see it. Take the kid.
It's very kid friendly. Yeah.
I'll learn that stuff eventually. Anyways, thank you everybody. Again, Zeke Mertz will be here. We'll be talking about that as well as VCW. Zeke is going to be involved in War Games at VCW.
War Games.
What the fuck is the name of the show?
We need to get Zeke to do his best War Games.
Yes. Well, Nick West got to do it. He got to do the Regal spot where he says, "I'm tired of all this. I'm tired." I'm spoiling the show. You should go watch it on Indie Wrestling Network. So he's like, "I'm tired of this. You guys keep fighting and screwing up the main events, and every show we go through this. So we're gonna settle it in War Games." So yeah, he did his best Regal. It was pretty great. Anyways, Mad Mike 483 on the tweets.
Yeah, I talk about things and stuff and the like. And
Yes.
I think I'm gonna take a little break from Legos in a little bit. But the next time I have a set ready to go.
Why don't you mix it up and get a link?
Do you want to see what set I have ready to go?
Well, no, I say, wait, why don't you mix it up and I just didn't pay from Legos. Let's go Lincoln Logs.
No, those are much harder to clean up.
Really?
Yes.
Right. I grew
Trust
up
me.
on those.
As a former Toys R Us employee.
Oh.
And plus, much harder to store, much heavier. Lincoln Logs, they're a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
I don't remember it being a thing. I had Lincoln Logs.
Sorg, you can't pick Lincoln Logs up from the base.
Oh, that is not something we would do. No.
Yeah, no, that's something you can't do. Physics will not allow that unless you super glue your Lincoln Logs, in which case they just become a pile of wood.
Gotcha. I'm at Sorgatron on the Twitter, and that's Edward the Goat. And that is back there. I think he's looking. He's staring directly into your soul. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with the Mayhem Show, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We will see you then. Mayhem out. Stay tuned for Silk Stockings. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.